everyone. My name is Richard Graham. I'm a part of Tarachi Corp. I do a lot of the IR for them. The reason why I like to join these presentations is Tarachi Corp is a part of a sort of new organization, Inventa Capital. The co-founders, Craig Perry and Michael Connor. Those are names that are CEOs and board members of other quite successful companies. Tarachi, there's your disclaimers. I'm sure everyone's read these a million times. Just a few things before Lorne jumps on. We're well financed. The last raise we did was we asked the market for $5 million. We oversubscribed and got 9.4. The positive things coming from Tarachi Gold with that is that we're able to drill for more than one program, and that generally means a lot of results coming down the pipeline. And as Eric mentioned, our latest news is acquiring a tailings mill, which obviously fast-tracked us as a junior exploration company to a near-term producing company with cash flow. So we're very excited about that. There's our capital structure. Our shareholder base is quite unique. We have a lot of high net worth investors based on the relationships of our management team and those from Inventa Capital. Management has put their money where their mouth is. We own 22% of it, and the high net worth owns another 35%, and then the general public. We have about 61 million shares outstanding, and the rest, you guys have been in the industry long enough to be able to read that better than I can. Lorne Warner has been in the business for well over 30 years. A point I like to always exploit or exaggerate on is he's worked on exploration projects that have gone to production. So his experience definitely is quite vital that he can do it all from start to finish. And as mentioned, Michael Connor is on their board. He's CEO of Vizsla Resources, but a part of our co-founder of Inventa Capital. So the experience of our management team is quite immense, and we're quite excited about what our future looks like. Lorne, take it over for me.
Thank you, Richard. All right, let's go to the next slide. Right, so I joined Tarachi this spring after being able to go through and talk to people and see what they have for great properties in Mexico, but at the same time, it was their management. My previous work history throughout Africa and other places throughout the world, you need very good management, in-country management to be successful, and Tarachi had already developed that down in Mexico, and it's a very powerful thing to be able to have that. So I was grateful to be able to join this team, and we're working very hard to get ourselves as to a more seasoned exploration company in Mexico and possibly into developing of a mine. So the first thing is a Magistral. It's a tailings deposit with a plant right next to it that we're currently developing towards our acquisitions stage. We have an LOI already signed. It's interesting that this tailings that first existed started around 1620 in the mining in the area, and it's been progressive mining throughout the whole area. Right now, we have approximately from several studies in the past that are not 43-101 compliant, but there is consistency of about 1.3 million tons around that area of material. From the work done to date, there's probably just over 2 grams. That is something we're working towards right now to complete a PEA on that. Once we sign the final definitive agreement with them on this, and then we're looking at that going forward to probably right into a feasibility study. So, but we're very excited about Magistral, and it's a start for our company, we think, in terms of production in Mexico. Next slide, please. Keep going. All right, so first, no, one back. So first of all, here's our projects that we have currently for exploration work in Mexico. We have a series of concessions along a very good trend that's known to produce large mines. For example, on the map in the very bottom right corner, there's the Mulatos mine, where we have our concessions approximately 6 kilometers to the west, I should say. We currently have a diamond drill working on the one called Habela. We've been there for a little while. Working on that. That's one area where we this summer did a lot of work underground channel sampling, where we came up with a true length of approximately 5-6 grams over 62.5 meters. We were very happy with that, and from that we've been working with a diamond drill underground. One of the key things here, though, is that diamond drilling, sometimes you have a very difficult time with a good core recovery, so we've been working very hard on that. The other projects we have along this trend up towards what we call Tarachi North, they also contain very high grade, good grade gold over widths of 3 to 5 meters. That you have a few drill holes that have given those grades, and that there hasn't been really much other follow-up on those. Basically, in this belt, what you're looking at, you're going for those felsic volcanics, the dacite, and once you're in those rhyodacite, basically you focus on your structures, and that's what we had done throughout the summer with our team of geologists that we have in Mexico. Next slide, please. A little more detail. Here's the slides to the north, Tarachi North. Key here is looking for those structures that are north-south and northwest trending, or the intersection of those two structures. And right next door to us is the Nico Eagles Tarachi deposit. They have about 363,000 ounces in resources sitting through there, trending towards our property. You can also see some argillic alteration occurring on the properties that we have that are on trend with that deposit. The reason the deposit may not trend exactly onto our properties is that it's going into a valley with a lot more cover as you go down to the valley bottom there, and they just haven't continued yet to the northwest. Next, please. So in detail, again, it just shows you the same slide, but it just shows you how close the deposit is to our concessions and some of the mineralization that is already occurring on surface, and that some of the structural interpretations that we have, again, the northwest and the north south structures existing through there, key targets that we'll be working on drilling probably within the next few months. Next. To the south now, Tarachi South area. This is where I had described before about our underground work. This summer we were doing mapping and sampling. We came in to the underground and we channel sampled using saws to get a really good cut across all the mineralization that we could see through there. There's where we had the 6.34 grams over 62.5 meters. Really inside what we had found is basically, although most of the underground workings are kind of north-south in that area, all the mineralization in areas is our brecciated quartz veins trending nearly east-west, dipping very steeply to the south. So right now we have a drill working in the underground area to follow up and to extend that mineralization to depth, and also look at its east-west extent as well. Next slide. So here's what we've done so far in 2020, even with the COVID happening, and why I say management that we have in Mexico is so important is that we're able to get our crews out in the field and still continue working. We actually had our own test site for our people. They would test on a Friday, and if everything's good, the results would be by Monday, and we can get them out in the field. And what we did, of course, is first is data compilation, getting this work put together. The teams we have 3 senior geologists working down through there that were able to get us in the field, working on the geology, working on the structures is the main thing. What we're looking for, basically the structural intersection points of structures near the same time, of course, with when the mineralization came in. In September, later September, we mobilized our first drill underground, and we've been working through there. I have to say it's been a little bit frustrating. We decided to go to a larger diameter core, HQ, to try and get some of the recoveries. This whole area's problem with diamond drilling is core recovery. This is endemic throughout the whole area. So we went with HQ, taking our time. We still had some quite poor core recoveries at the start. We're working with the drillers, keep working through. We've been able to significantly increase core recoveries from the normal 25% in let's say mineralized zones up to about at least 80%. So that's something for which we are hoping to see a significant difference. We have core now at the labs from a few holes, and we are expecting results to come out relatively soon. Next slide, please. Just give you an idea, the compelling value, what we see for Tarachi. Right now, we have cash in the bank, approximately 8 million Canadian dollars. We have some commitments that will be coming up when we first initiate the magistral deposits through there. As I said before, we're probably going to go straight into a PEA. There's some work that we want to conduct on the project itself, go straight into a feasibility study. Once everything is signed, we're looking at about 12 months to complete both those tasks. And hopefully soon after that, we'll start production down there. Next slide, please. Richard, take it over. Go to the next one.
Yeah, for sure. So, great presentation, Lorne. And so why own Tarachi? Just as time goes here, main points is we have cash in the bank, which means we're able to drill, which means results are able to come to the market. So, if you guys have any further questions or anything like that, please reach out to myself or Lorne, and we can go over anything else in detail. Thank you.